Hey everybody, PJ Riley from Lancaster Archery out here. We're telling you about the brand new for 2024 Darton Consequence. Great price point bow from the folks at Darton, something we haven't seen before. Can't wait to tell you all about it. I have a feeling this thing's gonna shoot awesome.
It will, and it might even surprise you on speed. That is smoking.
650. That's what I'm keep trying to tell myself. What people can do with this bow is ridiculous. All right, hey everybody, we are out here to talk to you about the Darton Consequence, and I'm saying we, because obviously it's not just me, but I am here with Darton's Braden Gellenthien, winningest archer in World Cup history. How many medals you got?
It's in the 90s, I believe.
90s.
I haven't really kept track. It's been a whirlwind of a career, and I'm very thankful for everything that came my way, and I'm ready to move on to the next chapter of life. And
your retirement. This is your retirement plan, right here.
Right. Yes, my retirement plan. Yeah, no, I'm still going to compete at some like Vegas, Lancaster Classic, things like that, the majors. I want to spend more time at home and be able to, establish a life instead of living out of a suitcase.
You've earned it, man.
Right.
So the Consequence here. Now, this is one that I'm super excited about.
Yes.
And I think you are too. First off, because of that price point.
Right. It is flagship quality at an affordable price.
$650. That's going to be, about the price within that ballpark there. Flagship. I mean, we were talking earlier about your new flagship hunting bows this year. Same camp.
Yes, so you're going to be getting similar performance. We dialed back the speed. It's 320, 29.5-inch axle on a 7.5-inch brace height bow. So what that means for the shooter is it's going to be a quick, easy drawing bow that's super forgiving. So when you're talking brace heights, the larger the brace height, the earlier the arrow gets out of the bow. So any mistakes that might happen in the shot are going to be less affecting on the arrow.
Right. So we've talked about this before, speed isn't free.
Right.
So those bows that have like 6 and even some of those earlier ones that had 5-inch brace heights. I mean, any twitch and you've got problems.
Right. That arrow's going to hit, a foot, 2 feet off downrange.
So with that big brace height, but hey, let's talk about that. I mean, this is still aluminum bow here, all aluminum. Even the pockets, a lot of times we see on some of the budget-friendly bows, they're going to have composite pockets or things like that. There's none of that here.
No, it's got a lot of the technology from the higher bow, from the sequel 31 and 33, but it's been designed to be more affordable on the wallet. You
guys got to be excited about this.
We are. I think
can get into this bow.
Exactly. It fits almost every draw length. It goes from 26.5 to 31.5 inches. And we have limbs all the way up to 70, 80 pounds.
Gotcha.
So it's a real bow designed to be in every man's hand.
What's the low end of poundage for limbs?
40 to 50 pounds.
40 to 50 pounds you'll have.
Like you said, it's going to fit the majority of hunters at a really comfortable price.
Yeah, and just in shooting it and in looking at it, this doesn't look like a budget bow.
No, not at all. I chose to use this bow for my hunting season this year, and that's the bow that I use to harvest my buck, and it's the biggest buck that I've shot for my entire life. Like it's been really, really fun to shoot. It feels great.
Yeah. And
my initial thought was when I took the bow out of the box was, this price can't be right. Like we must have made a mistake. I think that this is the bow that's going to lead the Darton movement, and it's going to be available in more shops, and more customers are going to be looking for it.
And that's a new price point for Darton. You previously hadn't had.
Correct. The lowest price point bow we had was $799, $899. So we're into new territory, and we've got a product that's really, really going to fit that niche.
The grip is nice. You talk about the grip because obviously that's super important to what you've done in your career. Right,
exactly. We learned a lot when we developed the Prelude last year. We learned what the customer likes, doesn't like. We learned a lot when we developed the Exodus and the Departure this fall for our target models. And we came up with a grip system or a grip feel that was just a lot more comfortable. People like that line on the front. We call it our lifeline, just to help you get some more reference when you're grabbing the bow, and just a rounded feature that's a little bit larger, but not too large. Like we definitely dug in deep, and we found something that the majority of shooters are going to find comfortable.
So it's going to have your standard sight mounting options here.
Correct.
And then there's going to be 2 holes on the burger holes there.
Right.
So if you
Front and
have
back.
room to get 2 bolts in there,
You can make your rest super solid, yes.
Yeah. Front stabilizer bushing there. If you want a side rod, you could run one off
the front.
off the front there. So yeah, this thing's incredible. And shooting it, yeah, like I said, just taking in some shots with it, it just feels really good in the hands. Minimal hand vibration. I mean, it feels like a flagship bow.
Right, exactly. It's designed to give somebody that quality when the price is, much more palatable.
Rotating module for that draw length adjustment, and 85% let off?
Yes, 85%.
Okay. Well, Braden, let's do some tests with this. Let's shoot it through a chronograph. We've got our Garmin Zero C1 Pro here. And then I want to shoot this thing at distance, because I have a feeling this thing's going to shoot awesome.
It will, and it might even surprise you on speed.
Braden, so we have our Garmin chronograph out here, and we have the 350 grain arrow. However, we should note that we are shooting at 60 pounds.
Correct, yes.
Instead of 70.
Correct. The Consequence is 60 pounds, 29.5-inch brace height, and we set it up at 30 inches of draw.
It is 30-inch draw, yeah. So just, ATA speed is typically 70 pounds.
Correct.
But we have 60, so we're going to see what 60 does with the 350 grain.
I've got a number in my head. Let's see if we get there. You good?
Whew, 298.
That is smoking.
For 350 grain arrow at 60 pounds.
Yes.
298.
Yeah.
And technically, I mean, that arrow is a little bit heavy for 60 pounds. If you're going by the 5 grains per pound.
Right, you need a 300 grain arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, this bow is smoking.
It doesn't feel like a speed bow, though. That's the thing that gets me. Because
sorry?
we got the big brace height.
Right, exactly.
Sorry, not sorry.
Right?
But it doesn't have the harsh draw. It's got the bigger brace height.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
298.
We're really excited for this bow. I can't wait for people to start coming in and testing it.
All right, so Braden, we're going to take another shot here just to check that out. But I wanted to ask you, what was the number that you were thinking?
In my head, based on everything that I've seen on the bow online and having shot it, I was thinking like 288, 290.
Yeah.
I've been talking to other sales reps, and they've been shooting it through the chronograph, and they've all been saying that our number posted might be a little bit on the low end, and I'm seeing that today.
That's crazy. Well, yeah, we'll shoot it again just to double check. $297.8.
Yeah, that's the speed, and that's the one thing I love about Darton.
That's crazy.
Under promise, over deliver, and we're seeing that.
That's definitely the case. So we got the speed. I'm still processing that in my head there, but yeah, let's see what it does at distance. Because typically, speed bows, I don't shoot them too well. But again, this doesn't feel like a speed bow.
Right. Let's see what you can do.
All right, Braden. So now we're going to try this at 60 yards. I think my sight is on. I think I have that sighted in there. And now we're shooting these arrows, I believe, were 450 grain. These are more standard weight arrows. Consequence, budget bow that we're talking about here. Budget friendly, we'll say.
Yeah, we'll say budget friendly.
Yeah, it's like 650. That's definitely budget friendly.
Yeah.
Compared to some of the bows today. But yeah. Just under it. That was my fault.
Okay.
But the one issue is it's pretty cold today.
Yeah.
And I can't feel my finger.
Oh no.
So I was just settling in on that shot. Boop, it went off.
So, draw cycle though. What are you thinking?
Draw cycle. It feels like nothing. This is 60 pounds. I mean, it feels like 50.
That's awesome.
There's no there's no struggle anywhere in the draw cycle. And then when you come back to full draw, it's not one of those that, you know, wants to go forward, pull, you know, kind of pulls your socket forward. It's real comfortable at full draw.
And as we saw from the speed test, it's definitely 60 pounds.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, man, crazy. I mean, the trajectory and flight on this.
You're shooting lasers.
Man, 650. That's what I'm keep trying to tell myself. That's,
Right.
I mean, what people can do with this bow is ridiculous.
All right.
Right side of the dot, but that's right at the dot.
Oh yeah. No, it's so cool to see someone shooting it, you know, experiencing what I felt and going through the same exact emotions. Like,
Yeah.
Like I told you, the first time I shot this bow, I was like, we must have mismarked it.
You can't. It's just, you just don't think of this at 650. Oop, that was me. The light.
The lights are getting you.
I'm getting a light through here, and it, I was aiming in totally the wrong place. That was my fault. I get this weird glare in the peep, but we'll subtract that one. That was my fault.
Right in there.
What's the axle to axle on this again?
29 and a half inches.
29 and a half. So, I mean, short bow, typically I like a longer bow, but to shoot one like this.
It's looking good. Yep.
Left side of the dot. I mean, I'm right there.
Both of your white knocks have hit there.
Oh yeah, we should mention.
We should mention you had two different sets of knocks in there, and I was trying to. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure about that.
So, there you see it. The World Cup archer. He's going to notice the different knocks.
Right. I mean, it helps that they're different colors. That's right there again. All right, last one.
Last one.
All right, let's make it count.
And it is the same knock.
It's the same knock, right?
Ooh. I think I might have lost a knock there. Yeah. Let's check out this group.
All right, let's go take a look.
All right, Braden. So we take out the flyers because they were errors.
You called those when you shot them.
Yeah. But everything else, I mean, right in there, 60 yards for the first time shooting it. I've done no setting up, you know, getting used to weights and all that stuff.
No, it's literally just my hunting bow.
Let's shoot it and see what, and I mean, that's insane. And then I busted another knockoff.
Right? I know. I'm impressed for you. Like that's incredible. Like you said, you had two flyer shots that you called out of the bow, and the rest, like the last shot, we heard you crash that knock and came down here, and looks like I might just owe you another arrow.
How do you? I mean, so now you have to go out and tell the dealers about this. I mean, that's got to be like, you got to be excited to say, hey, this is a high performing bow.
Right.
At $650.
Right. It's flagship quality at an affordable price.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing we're trying to drive home here. Sometimes you run into, you know, lower end bows where you don't exactly feel comfortable sending someone out into the world with to go hunting or to go shoot. But this bow, I honestly feel like someone's going to be able to perform at their peak of their capabilities.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I mean, if I spent some time with it and got everything dialed into me, I feel like I'd be super comfortable with this bow.
I was going to say, aside from this one white knock that bounced off this arrow, I don't know if you'd get much better.
That's, pretty good.
That's pretty good for 60 yards.
All right, that is the Darton Consequence. Braden, we certainly appreciate your time out here today.
Yes. Thank you for having me. It's been so much fun, and I can't wait to see what this bow does.
I am expecting that you're going to sell a pile of these this year. That price point, that's just awesome to see this quality at that price point.
We've done all we can, and we certainly hope that the public appreciates it and that it's a home run like we think it's going to be.
Speaking of that price point there, $650, you get a ton of quality in that, flagship features. Folks, leave us a comment below. What do you think about Darton offering a bow in that price range? If you want to see all the options that we have for the Darton Consequence, click the link in the description below. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to click that bell to get notifications whenever we put out new videos. And as always, if you have any questions, you can visit us at lancasterarchery.com.